Yes.
The petitioners are three very eminent members of the civil society in Assam.
Yes.
Dr. Hirendranath Gohain is a renowned author and writer of books who has won the Sahitya Academy Award and various other awards. Very elderly gentleman, very, very deeply resident and a deep lover of Assam, who's spent his whole life promoting Assamese culture and writing about it. The petitioner number 2 is the former Director General of Police of Assam, now also a very senior citizen, who has also post his retirement become a renowned author. He too has won the Sahitya Academy Award and has written several books and all. Again, having been Director General of Police, very knowledgeable about Assam and very deeply invested in the state. And petitioner number 3 is the editor of a newspaper, an Assamese language newspaper called Northeast Now. Assamese language? English language, I'm so sorry. English language newspaper, Northeast Now, which is published in the capital city in Guwahati. All three were petitioners, along with one more person in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court allowed them to come before your lordships. The petitioners had, in fact, earlier addressed a letter to the Honorable the Chief Justice, but that was more in the nature of an appeal for the Honorable the Chief Justice and the court to step in by way of a suo motu action to restrict.
I remember to have seen that letter and wrote my comment on that also, that nothing prevents the petitioners from approaching the appropriate forum, either filing writ petition or filing whatever.
Deeply obliged. I just needed to...
That was immediately responded to, but it appears you have not been told about that.
No, we didn't know, but that's why we moved the Honorable Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court asked us to come before your lordships, gave us liberty to come before your lordships, and that is how we are here.
That's right. But, there was a letter of request which I distinctly remember to have disposed of. I mean, wrote my comment on it.
My lord. But that may have... there is such a huge amount of probably correspondence in the High Court and judicial matters, etc. That probably it may be...
The correspondence, I mean, that one correspondence would be important for the person who has made it. So that was immediately taken note of.
Look, we have no grievance at all on that. We just wanted to point out, as a matter of disclosure, that we had made an effort. The learned Honorable the Chief Justice of India told us that look, there's a difference between an appeal for suo motu action and a direct writ petition. So why don't you adopt the direct means of going by way of a writ petition? Orally, it fell from the court. And it's a point well taken, because suo motu is a very rarely exercised jurisdiction. It's not every day that the courts would exercise suo motu powers. But having said that, I would just like to join Dr. Singhvi in saying that unfortunately, and it's with great anguish that these petitioners, at least, who are not politicians, who are not people who have anything to do with one side or the other as far as the political battle lines and so on are drawn. It's with great anguish they come before the court, because they feel that a chief minister of a state is the chief minister of the entire state. He is the chief minister of every last citizen of the state, and not a chief minister of X or Y or Z or a majority or a minority or anything. He, after all, he is the go-to person for the entire state. When he gets elected and when he swears his oath of office, he is there to represent everybody without fear or favor, without discrimination, without anything. And this is the anguish which brings these three petitioners before your lordship, that they feel that by a consistent course of conduct, the respondent number 3 in our case has been sort of, for whatever reasons it may be, but playing one side against the other and so on, and leading to a very vociferous and a very disruptive or a demeaning sort of situation in the state, and which reflects on the entire state. It doesn't reflect on the minority. Ultimately, every such thing reflects on the entire, what we in North India would call the mahal of the state. Ultimately, it denigrates everybody, not X or Y or Z. Having said that, I would just flag that right from 2023, as we have set out on that page 116, 23rd June 23, then was on 13 July 23 at page 121. I won't read these letters, but if I can just flag them, there were various very pejorative, very denigratory statements made against Mias. The constant refrain has been Mia Muslims are somehow bringing the state down and so on and so forth. So I would just ask your lordship to just make a note of it. Page 116, page 121, page 127, and page 131. 116, 121, 127, and 131. And 142 is one of the documents which Dr. Singhvi showed your lordship, which happened in Chhattisgarh. Now, my lords, if your lordships come straight away to 8th of February 2024, which is, my lords, an address to the Legislative Assembly of the state on 8th of February 24 in the context of a scheme known as the Mission Basundhara scheme. And in the context of a scheme of the government, which is meant for all the people of the government, the statements made, that page 146, if my lords are kind enough to come to annexure 12. Now, here is a very a welfare scheme, very well-meaning scheme which is introduced, and this is the report with regard to what is stated. You people can claim to be indigenous if you show your document or identify before you were converted. Then you too will get indigenous status, said the Assam CM in the State Assembly.
Yes.
If you convert, then you will get indigenous status. Assam Chief Minister, Honorable Mr. Sharma, said on Thursday that the person can claim to be indigenous if they show their document or identity before conversion. He was sharing insight on Mission Basundhara in the State Assembly. You people can claim to be indigenous if you show your document or identity. He also asserted that there were some Hindus who were forcefully converted to Islam during the Mughal period. He gave an option and said that these people could return to their originality by accepting Hinduism again, thereby getting their indigenous status back. While on Thursday, the CM was talking about the land allotment and patta distribution to indigenous people of Assam, he cited the definition of indigenous: people who live in a place for years and years are the indigenous people. Aboriginals are the indigenous people. As we say, Red Indians are the indigenous people in America. In this context, he said that anyone coming and settling down in Assam from outside Assam can't be called indigenous. Replying to a counter question of opposition MLAs over the Mia, the Bengali-speaking Bangladesh origin Muslim not getting patta, the CM reacted that Mias came recently, adding even people came to this land Assam 100 years back can't be said as indigenous. He categorically said Basundhara is not for the migrant Muslim. He stated that for the people who came to Assam from other parts of the country, there will be another process. Now, I must explain to your lordships and lords.
Yes.
I must explain to your lordships and lords that this Bangladesh is an issue which is used, unfortunately, very often as a dog whistle. And the reason goes that there's a very deep and old fault line in the state of Assam, and it's a genuine grievance with the people of Assam. I've had for some 200 odd years. When during the British era, some large-scale settlements were permitted, and when the settlement of low-lying lands was given to people from Bengal, that was the unified Bengal of India. And because there was a fair amount of large-scale settlement of Bengali origin people in those days, and when I talk about Bengali origin, not Bangladeshi origin, but Bengali origin in the 19th century, 1860, 1850, 1870, etc., these have all been written about a great deal in Assamese history and all. So there was an ethnic and linguistic grievance, and legitimately so, of people. It was never a religious grievance. It was always an ethnic and a linguistic grievance, because they felt that the British have imposed people from a different culture or different linguistic background on the state of Assam.
Yes. Yes.
Now, when the chief minister of the state says even a person who came 100 years ago cannot be considered as indigenous, he is flagging that sense of grievance, because 100 years ago, India was a unified country. 100 years ago, there was no Bangladesh. And Bangladeshis who entered after 25th of March 1971 are definitely outside the pale. They are not entitled to any protections. Your Lordship's Court and the Supreme Court have made it very clear that those who came afterwards will be treated as illegal migrants. But those who came before that, those who came in 1860, those who came in 1920, 1930s, again, the British had a wave of some settlement in 1920s and 30s. Now, to treat them, and they are the people who are called Mias. Bangladesh is only a dog whistle. All Bengali speaking and Bengali origin Muslims are called Mias. The Bengali origin Hindus are not called Mias. They also may not be accepted as on the same par with others, but they are not called Mias. Mias are only Bengali origin Muslims. So I just wanted to flag this to your Lordship because there's a certain historical background, and my Lord Honorable Justice Chaudhary would be very, very familiar with that because your Lordships have seen this culture throughout your Lordship's life. Now, so when these statements are made on a welfare scheme, then this gives your Lordships a bit of a background of how this happens. Then your Lordship will see on 6th of June 2024 at page 150, statements made in regard to the loss of elections in 3 neighboring states. And the statements made there are to the effect that we have lost these elections because of a particular religious denomination. I'm not flagging these to your Lordships as something which is actionable today. I'm only giving your Lordship, when I come to today's thing, please see it in this background of consistently. Now, my Lords, at page 161, there was a severe flooding in the city of Guwahati, in the area of Guwahati in August of 2024. And at 161, your Lordship will see that following that severe flooding, the respondent number 3 made a statement attributing the entire flooding to a college on the border of Meghalaya, and that college has been established by a person who belongs to the minority community. And this entire statement was to the effect that there is a land jihad, there is a jihad started by a promoter of a university, and just as there is land jihad, he has started a flood jihad against Assam. And this at page 161, my Lord will find. At 162, my Lord may just see about para 4. Sharma has pointed to deforestation in the hills in the area as the reasons behind the flood, but singled out the institute, accusing it of jihad. He pointed to the ongoing construction work and the work in the campus of a medical college. I think that the USTM owner has started a jihad. We talk about land jihad. He has started a flood jihad against Assam. Otherwise, no one can cut hills in such a ruthless way. He went on, no one who loves nature, especially an education institution, can cut it. I have to call it a jihad. I believe it is deliberate. Otherwise, they can call an architect, etc., etc. And then he says in the second last paragraph, from tomorrow, if the students from Guwahati stop studying and Guwahati's teachers stop going there, then Guwahati's floods will stop. I have given a letter to the Meghalaya CM. I will meet him too, but I don't know how much they can do, but because the damage has been done, etc. Then your Lordship will come to the next, on 13th of August, a further escalation in this war of words against a university. At page 169, on 13th August, after the flash flood was blamed on this university, now he said that they have created a Mecca over there because they've got 3 domes on a gate, and we have to enter through Mecca to go there. And at page 170, your Lordship will just see the top question by reporters on his use of the term jihad. He said they are doing jihador bap, the father of jihad. I'm being mild by calling it jihad. It is destroying our education system. Whatever attacks our civilization, our culture, that is called jihad. So even the medical college is said to be destroying our educational, our culture and our system, etc., etc. Then my Lord would see that at page 173, a journalist was attacked on the ground of his religion. And then, my Lords, at page 183, again during the Legislative Assembly proceedings, at page 183, my Lords, on 27th of August 2024, the Honorable CM categorically said that I will openly say that I am against them. Just see 183, my Lords. This is in Assembly. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma on Tuesday said that he would take sides and won't let Mia Muslims take over Assam. Mr. Sharma was speaking in the Assembly on an adjournment motion brought on law and order issues relating to some rape of a child, a 14-year-old girl. Replying to the motion, he said crime has not increased if the population growth is taken into account. When the opposition charged him of being partisan, Mr. Sharma resorted, I will take sides. What can you do about it? Why will people from lower Assam go to upper Assam so that Mia Muslims can take over Assam? We won't let it happen, he asserted. Now, in this background, and there are several more, but I want to come to today. What is happening since January of this year is very incendiary. It is not just hate speech, but it is incendiary speech, which is aimed at setting a fire and causing disruption in the ordinary harmony between human beings, which is required, which a chief minister should be fostering. So please come now to the current year, Millards, at page 192. Your Lordship will see on 25th of January 2026, with regard to the summary revision of electoral rolls, the Chief Minister stated that notices are being served only on Mias and not on Hindus. And the revision. So, Your Lordship will see this report and scroll. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma said on Saturday that only Mias and not Hindus or Assamese Muslims were being served notices under the special revision of electoral rolls in the state, reported PTI. There is no controversy over the special revision. The Chief Minister was quoted as saying by the news agency which Hindu has got notice, which Assamese Muslim has got notice. Notices have been served to Mias and such people, else they will walk over our heads. Mia is a derogatory term for Bengali-speaking Muslims. The ruling Bharatiya Janata Party has often labeled the community as infiltrators who are allegedly taking over resources, jobs and land. On December 27th, etc., the Election Commission, now kindly come overleaf to the next page, let's. About para 4 on Saturday. My lords have the fourth para at page 193, 193 minutes. On Saturday, Sharma stated that there was nothing to hide, reported PTI. We are giving them trouble, said the Chief Minister, referring to his earlier statement that Mias would face problems in his regime, according to the news agency. He added that serving them notices as part of the special revision exercise was a way to keep them under pressure. They have to understand that at some level, people of Assam are resisting them, said the BJP leader. Otherwise, they will get a walkover. That is why some will get notices during SR, some for eviction, some from border police. Sharma added, we will do some utpat, mischief, but within the ambit of law. We are with the poor and downtrodden, but not those who want to destroy our jati. This came a day after the Assam Congress and Rajour Dal chief filed separate complaints with the police against the BJP for allegedly attempting to tamper with voter lists and so in a complaint and so and so. And then, Millards, at page, if this was Millards 193, now your Lordship may come to page 198 on 27th of January 2026. The Chief Minister stated that 4 to 5 lakh Mias will get deleted in the Assam SIR, and my job is to make them suffer. He says, in the second para, Assam Chief Minister on Tuesday claimed that 4 to 5 lakh Mia voters will be deleted when the special intensive revision of electoral rolls takes place in the state, and said that his job is to make them suffer. And then he says, vote chori, etc. The third para, he added, we have made arrangements so that they cannot vote in Assam, but this is preliminary. When the special intensive revision comes to Assam, 4 to 5 lakh Mia voters will have to be cut. And can I just read the para above that? What vote chori means to us, Sharma asked while speaking to reporters. Yes, we are trying to steal some Mia votes. Ideally, they should not be allowed to vote in Assam. They should be able to vote in Bangladesh. This time, I'm the pains to point out this is a dog whistle, because it is not.
Mr. Singh, you have made that point clear. We have read that. That's all right. But then each and every statement, they don't collocate with the earlier statement. And what vote chori? Why do you call it chori? We are not going to do it. We want to steal votes. These appear to be blusters. Anyway, but otherwise, other statements, of course, you can say, but not every part of it. So there is a Physiparis tendency, it appears from your showing. Let's see what they have to say.
Now, just two more letters, if I can show your lordship's notes. At page 202.
So 199, if you can show.
202 is very important because here is an actual call for violence virtually against an entire community. At 202, your lordship will find 27 January and 28 January. The Wire reported that in a rickshaw, if the fare is rupees 5, give them 4. The chief minister said in a rickshaw, if the fare is rupees 5, give them 4. Assam chief minister urged people to trouble the Mias. I'm not sorry, just below that, Assam chief minister on Tuesday, January 27th, said that between 4 to 5 lakh Mias would be removed from the SIR. He also underlined that Himanta Biswa Sharma and the BJP are directly against Mias and urged people to trouble the Mias, saying only if they face trouble will they leave Assam. Addressing reporters on the sidelines of an official event in Digboy in Tinsukia, Sharma asserted that it was his responsibility to cause hardship to the Mia community, a term commonly used in Assam to refer to Bengali-speaking Muslims in a derogatory sense. Vote chori means we are trying to steal some Mia votes. They should ideally not be allowed. This is a repetition. On the next page, the second para, your lordship may see, let Congress abuse me as much as they want. My job is to make the Mia people suffer, he said. And then your lordship will see whichever complaints have happened have been on my orders. I myself have told the BJP people that they should keep giving complaints against Mias. There's nothing to hide about this. I have held meetings. I have done video conferences, and I've told people that wherever possible they should fill Form 7s so that they have to run around a little, are troubled, so that they understand that the Assamese people are still living. If the Congress has objections, so be it. He added, whoever can give trouble in any way should give, including you. In a rickshaw, if the fare is rupees 5, give them rupees 4. Only if they face trouble will they leave Assam. These are not issues. He said, what is the point of telling us that these are issues? We are saying it openly. We are not hiding it. Earlier, people were scared. Now, I myself am encouraging people to keep giving trouble.
So, we're saying it's about the same incident. We have seen it. Now, yes. Now,
but it's very explicit, the explicit call, and what Dr. Singhvi showed your lordship a video of a rickshaw puller being actually harassed. That came immediately after this. Right after these statements were made, one lady harassed a rickshaw puller and refused to pay him for the... Now, my lords, if your lordships lastly just see, my lords, from 218 onwards, I've set out that same video, but what we did was we set it out in stills. From page 218 to 220 are the still pictures of what Dr. Singhvi has already shown, my lords. Now, my lords, if your lordships are kind enough just to come to my compilation, and I'll very quickly run through 3 or 4 judgments on hate speech and then the orders which we are praying for, my lords. Yes. If my lord, I have got my lords, with regard to criminal, in 4, 5, and 6 are with regard to, my lords, criminal investigation, where we are seeking, my lords, we are praying that the court may, after notice, of course, constitute a proper SIT, my lords, headed by a retired learned judge, and with some sort of guarantee of impartiality, which is under the supervision of the court. Yes. Now, please see press 6 and 7, lords. Issue a declaration that respondent 3 has committed a violation of the oath of office under Article 164(3), read with the preamble. The oath of office we have set out, Lord, at page 48 of our petition. And Lord,
this I'm sure you'll say only after notice.
Certainly after notice, Lord. Today we are really praying, Lord, that your lordships issue notice and that my lords give some indication that this must stop. This can't go on, Lord. We are facing a very distressing situation. I can't say anything more than that. It is exceedingly distressing that the head of the state, has such great responsibility to serve all the citizens of the state, should pick and choose between citizens. It's just very, very distressing, to use demeaning language, to denigrate people who are, after all, we are all, every single citizen of the state has an expectation from our chief minister.
All right. Yes.
So, the interim prayers are set out, Lords, at page 90.
Let's hear out.
My lord. Well, I just could flag that page 90 of the interim prayers. I'm deeply obliged for a very, very patient hearing, Lords. Threat 6A cannot be challenged on the ground that there has been any threat to the culture and of Assam. So, Lords, I just want to place this, that this is the Supreme Court speaking just 1 week ago on 19th of February, and I'm sorry I missed placing it earlier.
That's all right. That's all right. We were aware of this judgment. In PIL number 15, who all are parties? MS
Yes,
Arora?
please, my lords. Please, my lords.
We'll-
My lords, it is Union of
begin
India,
with this one.
state, and the my lords will
We
find
get it at page number?
my lords will find at page number 3 of my petition, my lords.
ED 36.
Page number 3, my lords. Page number 2 and 3 is the cost.
In PIL number 15, let notice be issued. We have heard so. Let notice be issued to the respondents. Notice to respondents number 1 and 2 is accepted by any state council here.
Yes, sir.
Notice to respond number 1 is accepted by Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary, learned Deputy Solicitor General. And notice to respond number 2 is accepted by MS R.B. Bora, learned advocate for the state. Let notice be issued to respond number 3 on steps being taken by the. You send a notice on steps being taken by the petitioner within a period of 2 weeks, both modes, returnable. We'll fix a date, returnable. We'll see the date from the calendar. April.
No, then PL 14 also your lordships would.
Yes. We are proceeding from the backwards. I mean, the case which is because we have the files like this.
My lord.
In PIL number 14.
Look, at page 4 are the respondents.
Just a minute. Let's have that page.
Page 4. Page 3 are the petitioners. Page 4 are the respondents. Union of India, State of Assam, the Honorable Chief Minister, and the DG Director General.
So, notice to respond number 1 accepted by so and so, 2 by so and so, 3, 2 and 4, and for 3 again steps to be taken by you. Steps taken within 2 weeks, returnable. Both modes you'll issue notice.
My lords, can we make a request for a fairly short returnable date, my lords?
We will. 2 weeks we have given you time, and 3 weeks further, so that makes it 5 weeks. We are keeping it in April.
My lords, because the Honorable Supreme Court had requested my lords to give it some priority if possible.
That's right. Therefore, we heard it today only. It was mentioned yesterday. We have heard it today.
We are deeply obliged for that. But could you consider keeping it perhaps in March, sometime late in March?
This is in compliance of the Supreme Court's judgment, the directions.
No. Supreme Court only makes the request. Supreme Court only makes the request, nothing more. And
the responsibility of this court as well, the emergent necessity. Let's see. This is PIL number 16. Who would tell us the page number? Mr. Singhvi has exited. Page number 2 and 3. Response number 2.
This list.
Yeah.
We'll just come to that.
So here the notice to respond number 1 by Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary. State of Assam. 2 is also, this is State of Assam, R.B. Bora, Bharatiya Janata Party. I don't think it's necessary. Let 3 be like this. We are not issuing any notice to party. And Mr. Any representative of Dr. Singhvi here? No need of notice to BJP?
Please, my lords. My lords, BJP has been added as a party because the video was released on the official handle of the BJP, that BJP Assam Pradesh. So it's only fair to.
All right, we'll consider it later when we get the response. And number 4, you also filed notice. Mr. Singh,
we are praying for an ad interim order in terms of of the interim orders, only to refrain from such speech.
That's right. Mr. Singh, you would agree that without notice, without the person being represented, that would not be appropriate. We shall see. And it will be a normal restraint when this writ petition is pending consideration.
No, then I appreciate notice on interim relief may be indicated so that
notice on the main petition as well as the interim relief. Yes.
Deeply obliged.
Very grateful for a very patient hearing, my
All
lords.
the three petitions. It was good to hear all of you after such a long time.
Very grateful to my
MS
lord.
Arora, I had been hearing her since 2015. Date some. Do we keep it after Bihu, because there's a whole lot of long holidays in second week of April.
Please, your lordships.
Please, my lord, what's convenient to the court is all right.
Immediately after Bihu.
Very well.
All
Obliged,
Very
my lord.
obliged. Deeply obliged.
21st April.
yes.